I'm gonna do Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Reunion Part Two. I think this is like season 5, episode I think 19, but it's Reunion Part Two. And before I get into this review, let me clear some things up from last review. A lot of people think that I just be Team Joseline. I be on Joseline's side. That's not the case at all. I do think Joseline very petty. I think she has showed her scary side. Um, but I'm not the type of person to just bash people like that all the time. And I like to see. I try to find reasoning of why certain people act the way they do. And a lot of what I see with Jocelyn is a woman scorn. A woman just hurt, so she is trying to do anything to get back at the person she thinks hurt her. And it's Stevie. And another thing that I'm going to clarify when I say in my review, like, I don't give Stevie a pass when it comes to this whole lying thing about marriage. I'm never going to just automatically just go after Jocelyn because he had a part to play in it too. Both of them played a part in a petty bullshit, and I'm not gonna just go totally in on her. No, I'm not Team Jocelyn. None of that. I'm not Team nobody when it comes to love and hip hop. Maybe Team Bambi, as all of the cast of on the show. But and that's only because she's from my hometown. But other than that, like, I'm not Team nobody when it comes to love and hip hop Atlanta. Nobody. Um, so I just wanted to get that out the way because I was looking at my comments last week and I'm like, I don't understand why they think I'm Team Jocelyn or I'm biased when it comes to her. And I'm like, if you watch my review, I was going in on her just as well. But anyway, that's gonna be the last time I clarify something that I did in a review. Um, this reunion still wasn't nothing to me. It was still straight bullshit. The editing was fucked up. I had meant to mention even last week, like, the editing is so fucked up because why do y'all think we not gonna notice that this girl that everybody keep changing clothes? Nina had on two outfits. KK had on two outfits. I'm like, come on. Um, it started with Jocelyn taking his pregnancy test, and the producer didn't believe that she was pregnant either because they had saw her the previous day and she didn't say anything about it. And they always going through stuff with Jocelyn and Stevie, so she really didn't believe it. So she made her go take a pregnancy test right in front of her, and the test was positive. And I'm sitting there like, okay, we already got through this part on Instagram. See, this is what irritates me when we see stuff that plays out on social media. When we see it on the show, I'm not like really pumped up or hyped up about it. I'm just like, okay, she pregnant. And now they gotta try to break it to Stevie, and he don't really want to talk to her. But once they tell him that she may be pregnant, he wants to all of a sudden talk to her. I'm getting them out the way, just period, point blank. So he finally wants to talk to her or whatever. And when he walks in, she's crying, and he over there like, "Why you crying?" And so, the producer gives him the pregnancy test and shows him that, she just took this pregnancy test. She is pregnant. And the first thing he says to her is it mine? Whose is it? So she takes defense to that. And I'm like, that's with any fucking woman. I don't care what y'all been going through, all that kind of stuff. Once you accuse a woman, is it yours or is it yours? She's going to take defense to that or whatever. So she just went off like, what do you mean? And, I ain't been with nobody else. And you always doing this. You did this to me the last time. And he was like, it is a legitimate question where y'all haven't been together for a while. The last time you guys slept together was 3 months ago or whatever. So I can understand Stevie asking that question, but Stevie, with that question, just does come consequences from a woman. So I got both of their sides with that. But what I didn't get with Stevie is y'all went from that to you want an apology from her. And I'm like, is it bad editing? Because I'm sitting there like, what does this have to do with this? What does the apology have to do with her being pregnant? He was like, if it's mine, then I'm gonna get visitations, and then they start going through all of that bullshit, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, here we go, and she's just like, I'm gonna have a baby regardless, whether you here in the baby life or you not here in the baby life, the baby ain't gonna have your last name, yada yada yada. They still arguing, they always gonna keep arguing, but like I said, she's a woman scorned, so I get why she's acting like that. No, I don't agree with the way she's acting, but I do get why she's acting like that. Stevie still talk to her like he's some kind of fucking pimp or a prize. I'll be like, just let her go. Just let her go. Even when they talked to them in the confessionals afterwards and saw all the stuff that was playing out on social media after the reunion, it was just a mess, and I just want them to just let it go. Just let it the fuck go. We don't have to play this tit for tat petty bullshit. You pregnant, have a nice life being pregnant, like have a girl worry about your baby. That's all I can say about Stevie and Joseline. I wanted them to go and tell Mimi that Jocelyn was really pregnant, and I wanted to see her reaction. But I guess we gotta wait till that next season. They gotta, you know, make us hold on for that shit. But I really wanted them to go in there and tell Mimi, that Jocelyn was pregnant and see how she reacts. Tammy and Bambi, they talked about the whole Waka separation, and they gonna get back together if they not already together. I don't follow neither one of them on social media, so I'm quite sure somebody will say it. But yeah, she said that everything that they break up wasn't over that one specific girl on the blogs, and we all know who she talking about. One of them damn rappers, baby mamas. But okay, I didn't care. I just really didn't care because I felt like if him or Deb wasn't there to talk about the situation, it really was like one sided, so I didn't care. She did say that her and Deb still cool. They all still a family. They just going through a divorce, and hell, we got that in my family. So hey, Mimi, Chrissy, Arian. I was so fucking irritated with Arian. I just really was like, why is she here? I was with Chris on this part. Why the fuck are you here, Erin? Because she want me here. No, you did not need to be there. Like it wasn't no fucking point. You going at this girl. I didn't understand you going at Chris like ugh. They trying to make it seem like Chris was using uh Mimi. And if that's the case, so the fuck was Mimi. Mimi was using Chris just as well for a fucking storyline because what would have been her storyline at the beginning? I'm just saying. So I think she got with this girl to prove that she was in a relationship so she could be on this next season. And then when she got in on this next season and she started filming with other people, then it was, oh, I don't need Chris anymore. Then they get mad at Chris because they said that Chris made a song about Mimi. Oh fucking well, bitch, you used her for a storyline. So oh fucking well, like who buying her CD? Who checking for it? I didn't even know she did music. So y'all just made us go want to listen to the goddamn song. Cause I hope it's a real bad diss track. I hope she put it all out there. I'm just saying. They did talk about Chris's what do she identify as, and she said she identified as male. I was cracking up when that stupid ass Stevie A was asking him about Chris, and apparently none of the cats believed that this was a real relationship or it was gonna last or whatever, because that's what Rashida said. But when that nigga Chris Stevie said they've been swimming in a Lake Minnetonka, I said you so stupid, you so stupid Stevie. But yeah, she was talking about how she identified as a male. So they start talking about Mimi is Mimi. What do she identify as? And Arian was like, I told y'all she was a lesbo a long time ago. But Mimi was like, no, I just like what I like. It's no labels, yada yada yada. Then they start talking. They were talking about Arian asking her a lot of questions during the season or whatever, and she was just like, I just wanted to know because she said she identified as male, and then Chris started saying that Arian was shading her about what she identified as or whatever, and how she be shading her being a part of the LGBTQ community. You know, it's a lot of things she needs to watch what she say and stuff like that. And she was saying how it really wasn't towards her what she identified as. It was just attacking her personally. And I was like, why, Ariel? Like, you want to lick this girl box so goddamn bad that you put it on you. I didn't understand Ariel getting in it, and I was so here for Chris reading the fuck out of Ariel. She read the fuck out of her because Ariel started talking shit to Chris. Chris was like, protect yourself. Like, bitch, I will come over there and fuck you up. And Ariel jumped up and was like, I will kick your little ass. And she was like, girl, it's stories about you in Atlanta that you get dragged all over Atlanta all the time and all this kind of stuff. And y'all see Mimi wasn't saying a motherfucking thing. Like, it ain't true. Nuh-uh. You don't know what you're talking about. Mimi didn't say nothing. When she told her to get some edges, bitch, I fell out because that lace front was fucking horrible. I don't know who. I usually don't talk about people's style and what they got on and stuff like that, and I'm still not because I can't afford what they had on. But the hair, bitch, I know I can afford a better style hair than all them bitches on the show. I'm sorry. They hair was fucking horrible. Arian hair was fucking horrible. Mama D hair was horrible. I didn't understand these concepts of these fucking lace front horrible ass wigs. Like, but yeah, I was cracking up when she talked shit about her. And then they was talking about she used her. I'm like, y'all stupid. But anyway, Carly been kicking it with Jock because both of them on STDs. I don't know. I don't understand that situation, but whatever. Both of them need a storyline for next year. Tommy, everybody on the cast thinks she crazy. The producers say she go from 0 to 100 real quick. We have seen her go from 0 to 100. We have looked at her like, what the fuck? I was looking at her through this whole reunion, like, what the fuck? Like, something, I just want her to get help. I'm really trying not to talk about Tommy. I just want her to get help, put the alcohol down, and get her some help. They talked about all the drama and all the bullshit that they dealt with Scrap, with between her and Tiara, and them fighting and them not regretting fighting. And she was talking about they were talking about that fight. And somebody, I don't remember who brought it up last week when they were saying, when she had brought up about her having a baby or whatever in the county, and then her talking about Tiara being a bad mom. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, we haven't seen you be no mom while you calling somebody else a badass mom. I'm just saying. I just want the bitch to get help. Even Dime was like, oh, where this bitch come from? The gutter? And I'm like, damn, when Dime called her a bitch, I'm just saying. Nobody liked her. Then they was talking about how Scrap added Cardi to the mix, and it was just a bunch of bullshit. Then what I didn't like was how Stevie gonna try to call Carly the mouth of the South, and I'm sitting there like, shut up. Like, stay out of bitch's business. Shut up. Tiara is now pregnant and she's married to a new guy. It ain't even Jay Nix. She said that she's been dating this guy, and was keeping it a secret. And I'm sitting there like, but you was going out with Jay Nix. You brought him to your son's baby's party. You went on a date with him. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And all of a sudden you pregnant and married. That bitch KK said that bitch got 6 kids with 6 baby daddies. I fell out. I said, oh, okay. KK is also mad at her because KK was told that Scrap is not King's real dad. That some girl came at her and said that I think she was saying how her baby and King is brothers, but Scrap ain't the daddy, and she sent her a picture. So now, that's another thing they just gonna have to bring up on Tiara, and I'm just like, oh my god. But then she gonna say, well, I didn't tell Scrap, I'm not gonna tell him, and I'm like, but you gonna put this out on national TV for you to say that his son is not his? What kind of mother are you, KK? Like, just because you trying to start drama with this girl, it's still a little boy involved. I felt like that was really out of line. Mama D, Rashida, Charlene, and all they old antics and bullshit. Kurt did acknowledge that he was wrong about not showing up for homeboy at court. Then they talked about, the whole drama and all that kind of stuff, and we watched it play out, so ain't no need to talk about it. Ernest is suffering from an aneurysm of the aorta or something, so I pray that he gets better. They showed the little sexual bullshit between Mama D and Ernest, and I think everybody was turned off. And they asked Scrappy. Scrappy was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see it. That's like looking under the door of your parents. Like, I don't know. I don't even want to know about it. And I was here for you, Scrappy. Carly and Life. I feel like Life is a fuck boy. I feel like I'm with Carly. He's a straight ass fuck boy. He didn't really answer no questions. I don't like, he disrespects women. He, Even though Carly was very annoying on that segment and she was over talking him and all that kind of stuff, I still felt like he was a fuck boy and he wasn't answering shit. Like, he gonna say, I think he said something about he was dating an old girl or whatever, and then but she wasn't pregnant. And I'm like, motherfucker, but you was dating her, she got pregnant. And just like Carly said, you could have told her that you had a girlfriend when you start fucking her. Like, shut up. Then, because she said that they were dating, and then all of a sudden he wanted an open relationship. It wasn't like he said he wanted an open relationship from the beginning. So, like I said, another fuck boy. But I thought he was out of line for when he waited till he got to the door to call her a bald head bitch. I understand she was saying that his shit was fake and he was broke and yada yada yada, but a real man would have paid her fucking dust and said, you know what, I'm a grown ass man, I ain't got time for this little ass girl game. But he played into her hand and called her a bald head bitch, and I'm sitting there like, but you fucked that bald head bitch. And Carly, I'm not letting you off the hook. You talking about he broke and he wearing fake shit? You were fucking that broke fake dude. Like, shut up. Like, both of y'all sounded real fucking stupid and immature. But I'm telling y'all, we already know she crazy and she messy and she this. But for him, I wouldn't fuck with a dude like him. It shows his character. His character really showed on this show, and I wouldn't fuck with a dude ever in my life like Jenny, ever. It just shows you when he get mad, he'll talk real bad instead of being a grown ass man and saying, "Hey, we not together," and walk away. He engages in the fucking petty ass argument. Um, what else happened? That was it. That was all that really happened because, like I said, it ended with CDJ and Joseline and them defaming each other on Instagram, and who cares? Who cares? It was draining. It was, and I was just happy that it was over. Yeah, I finally took my braids down, y'all. That's why my hair is wrapped up. Finally took my braids down. Oh, so excited. But yeah, my family will be here from California tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. So I'm about to get ready to go to bed and get ready for my people to come to Vegas so we can turn up all week. Hopefully I can do some videos with my sister, and I'll talk to y'all on the next video. Make sure you follow me on all social media sites by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE, and I will talk to y'all in the next video. Peace.